Good day.
I thought we were not.
Wait. Shh. This is part of the show.
Okay.
We're doing ASMR. No, we're not.
I was going to say that. We should do ASMR.
On today's show, topic of today's Blume episode, forward-looking companies invest in regenerated reciprocal matrix approaches.
Repeat that, please.
Yeah, please, slowly. Say that again and a bit slower.
Forward-looking companies invest in regenerated reciprocal matrix approaches.
What is a reciprocal
Now-
matrix
Yeah.
approach?
See, I was doing some research this morning, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't know anything about business.
Right.
Now, if you ask me,
A little bit.
that is a real statement right there.
That is quite
Yeah.
a
That is a statement I found from a website called Gobbledygook. I just random generated a sentence, and that's what it made for me.
Wow.
Sounded really official, hey? It doesn't mean anything, as far as I know. But every time I refresh it, we have a business quote. Point being, business is confusing.
How to sound smart by not being smart.
Jargon. You just
Yeah.
use jargon.
It's the whole thing about how people talk about things they don't actually know anything about.
Exactly.
But con people into thinking that they do.
And that's the whole thing of why we exist.
Sounds like Parliament in a little bit of a...
So we can break down
nutshell.
Parliament.
Politics. Here we
can
are.
break down politics, break down all the weird business whatevers.
Be politicians for an hour. It seems easy enough.
And as such, I want to bring today's show into a more raw state, okay? Now, one thing we stand for is breaking things down, making them accessible. But another thing that we stand for is change, I think.
We could all use a little change.
I've been debating this whole idea between what change actually is and how it compares to evolution. But here's basically what I want to do in today's show, okay? I consider myself a relatively passive person. I don't like to argue. I don't like to create tension. So today,
Pacifist.
yeah. But
I think
unfortunately,
you're talking to the wrong people about pessimism.
well, that's the thing. Conflict is the catalyst of change, right? Conflict is good. That's what I've basically learned.
Healthy
studying.
conflict.
Okay.
Healthy
No.
conflict.
No.
No. Okay, fist fights. Okay, riots.
healthy
burning tires.
Let me
great.
re-say the
All right,
statement.
okay.
Conflict is the catalyst of change.
Okay, did you also refresh that on your little fancy
Gobbledygook.
word?
No. I made that up. Thank you very much. I made that up. No. Healthy conflict, sure, but any conflict causes change, whether it's good change or bad change.
Yeah, but, yeah.
Is the point?
No, that's the
Is
key.
the point I'm getting at.
Uh-huh.
So, I would like us all to play the role of both defendant and prosecutor today.
Devil's advocate
Yes.
and devil.
Okay.
And I want us to discuss why Blume is even relevant.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for throwing us in the deep end.
Yeah. I mean, that was the point.
Okay.
Swim fishies.
If the whole point of this is to discover some kind of identity and to figure out what's going on, consider this chill training.
Okay.
There goes my stick. Consider this chill training.
It's a mash stick.
So let me throw this at you guys first. There are so many leadership training organizations that already exist.
Mm-hmm.
There are apps that already exist, regarding this stuff. There are so many
Radio shows.
radio shows. There are so many youth activist groups.
Podcasts.
So many
So
podcasts.
many.
Yeah.
Why should we just be another one? What? Why should anyone be watching this? Us?
I mean, firstly, we're adorable.
Yeah.
Gosh.
One, we're a group of diverse people. We have knowledge about the world. Not that anybody doesn't, but I mean...
But do we,
it's
though?
it's a different take on it. I mean...
I mean, yes. But I think also, I don't know, that
And
whole
we-
thing of like true wisdom is knowing you don't know anything at all.
And we know we don't know shit.
Yeah, and it's like being willing to start the conversation. I guess.
Okay. Now, I probably through the eyes of anyone else, and especially if this is airing on, the GLP app, we're probably among, if not the youngest people trying to do this kind of thing on the platform. And surely, yeah, sure, we've seen things and we've experienced things, but, higher ups, our business individuals or those focused on leadership or whatever, whoever is attracted to that platform, for example, they've experienced a whole lot more. Statistically, objectively, they have experienced more, volume-wise. I'm not convinced.
All right. Well,
I think that plays to our advantage, being the youngest, because one, we come with fresh eyes. Two, we have no sort of prejudices about the industry, nothing that's going to hold us back, and I think we're all really adventurous. We're not going to let fear hold us back. So whatever challenges we face, we're always going to go head in and do the things that need to be done.
I agree with that.
I think there's always space for coaching. We can be coached and we can coach, and we know ourselves.
I think everyone had to start somewhere. And also, the world is changing so rapidly that the time when these people who are now more experienced, as you say, started, it was a very different place.
Yeah.
So we come with fresh ideas and new eyes, as you say, Shay, like a new take on a new world. And if we can sort of bridge the gap, as we also aim to, between the older experience, the more vintage experience, and our fresh eyes and our fresh experience in the new world, and combine that, and instead of saying, oh, we're different because you have different experience and more experience than we do, rather say we exist in different worlds. We've grown up in different worlds and grown in different worlds and experienced and lived in different
and we can perhaps
states.
bring a newer audience
that as
to
well.
our cause.
But it's like trying to appeal to as many people as possible, because we're bridging the gap between the older, more differently experienced and us in this new and confusing world that we live in.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep playing antagonist here.
Do it. Bring it.
Are fresh eyes not just a synonym for ignorance?
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, there's nothing wrong with ignorance.
Do tell me more.
Well, if it's willful ignorance, then yeah, there's a problem. But if there's something you don't know about and you're ignorant about it, why not just learn? If you know you don't know something,
I think that's different from ignorance.
teach yourself.
I think what you're referring to is something like curiosity instead of actually just
But
being
it's all
ignorant.
considered ignorant. I mean,
No, fair. But I mean, some people are so ignorant that they don't realize that they're ignorant, which is a big part of the problem, I would say.
well, we're not that.
Well, we think we're not that.
Okay, that's
Let's not
very
be too
true.
self-indulgent.
That's very true. But still, I think even if some people are ignorant and they don't know it, they can still be taught
No, absolutely.
not to be that.
But how do you teach someone who's not knowing that they need to be taught or willing to learn?
that I don't know.
You see, but that happens.
They need to go and find themselves.
But that's the young and the old.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the ignorance has no age.
Mm.
It has no age limit. It has no range. It has no skin color. It has no anything. Like, ignorance is rooted in everyone to some shape, form, and extent. So it's like
I think ignorance has a lot to do with attitude.
absolutely.
For sure.
And I think to teach someone who is ignorant and wants to remain ignorant, you need to adjust their attitude towards learning things and towards prejudices and that kind of stuff.
Or at least realizing that even if you choose to stay ignorant, there's a lot of people in this world that are not going to accept that
Yeah.
or stay ignorant themselves.
Yeah.
So general consensus then is everyone is ignorant
To an extent.
extent.
About something.
Right. But the point being, we're ignorant in different ways. So the more perspectives we have, the better our possibilities of doing whatever, right? Are we happy with that?
In a way, yeah. I mean, because I think,
Can we change the word ignorant though?
yeah, it's
'Cause it
not a good
sounds a
word.
bit-
That's why I picked it.
Exactly.
We're going to
It
talk
sounds
semantics
really
about words just now.
demeaning in a way.
There's a lot of negative connotations.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the
And,
idea.
I like to just, you know what you know, you know what you don't know, and you don't know what you don't know.
Yes.
There's
I mean, yeah, You think you know what you don't know.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
You can never really be sure.
That's where the ignorance is rooted, right? I mean, look, it depends how you want to define the word ignorance, right? Is ignorance the act of ignoring? In which case, it's deliberate. In which case,
It's
negative
willful
connotations.
ignorance, for
Yeah.
sure.